My Georgia Bulldogs beat Tennessee 38-10 earlier today. But the first play of the game, Tennessee got out on them. They ran a 75-yard touchdown, and I'm going to show you guys what happened on this play right after I show you guys the actual play.
Jalen Wright, big opening off the right side, off to the races and maybe gone. Jalen Wright, one snap, touchdown, Tennessee.
Watch this hole. Cooper Mays with the block, 63, and off and running, and they did not come close to catching him.
Okay, let's talk about what happened on this play. This is pretty much a simple play. It should be no gain, tackle for a loss, one of those, okay? And what we got here is Georgia's got a nose right here. That's zero technique, head up the center. 13 is head up this tackle, but he knows he's moving outside. He's stunting outside. All three of these guys, when the ball snaps, they're going to stunt this way. He going to stunt here, he going to stunt here, and this guy going to stunt cross face here. Now, I will say this. I don't like his stance because this is going to mess up any stunt steps that he have inside. He should have his inside hand down and his inside foot back. Of course, he got the opposite. And now he got to shift his weight and then stunt to the next gap. He should have this inside hand down, this inside foot back, so it make it easy for him to step and penetrate this gap. Okay, that's the only thing I see wrong with the techniques and stuff like that. Of course, he's on this side, so the ball side hand should be down. So wherever the ball at, that inside hand to the ball should be down. Okay, he should have the opposite hand down. He's stunting outside, okay? He's stunting outside here. He should be here in this A gap. He should stunt here to his A gap. So step and up the field. I doubt Georgia would tell them, anybody would tell them to take two gaps, go two gaps wide. It don't happen that way. Usually you take one gap, it's the next gap over, you stunt to that gap, and you hit it up the field. You can tell that third three is in the B gap right here. He's responsible for this gap right here. Because when the ball snaps, this offensive tackle going to down block. He's going to down block and come get him. He's going to go meet him because he's responsible for this gap. He's going to stunt outside, but when he get this down block, 13 is going to feather back down inside. Feather technique is a shuffle technique back down inside, and he's playing zone read. Zone read is like, and for those that don't understand zone read, the quarterback's in shotgun, the back's offset to this side, okay? The quarterback can put this ball in the running back's belly, and he can pull it and run outside. So what he's going to do is he's going to stunt outside, shuffle back in here with his eyes on the quarterback to take away that possibility of the quarterback keeping the ball on zone read, okay? Okay, they hand the ball off here. This guy came right here to this hole right here. Now, he should step right here and up the field. A gap, one gap over. It's always the next gap over. You're never going to stunt two gaps over. There's some situation where the ends would come all the way from outside to all the way down to an A gap. That's on a blitz stunt or blitz scheme or something like that. But right here, it's one gap over up the field. It's one gap up the field. It's one gap up the field. So these two guys, this tackle and this tackle, should be responsible for these two A gaps. They got these two A gaps, okay? This linebacker got this B gap, okay? This guy right here, when the ball snap, he's blitzing to this B gap. He's blitzing to this B gap. They got the perfect call on for what they're running. They got the perfect call on for what they're running. It should be a no gain or at least a minimum gain. They shouldn't gain a whole lot of yards on this play. So when I run it, you're going to see exactly what I'm saying, and I'll pause it to give you an understanding of what's going on. Okay, we stunt. He stunt. He got to penetrate this gap, though. He got to stunt and get it up in this gap. See, if he had his other hand down, inside foot back, he would be stepping and meeting this a little bit better. He had to shift his weight and then stunt to this gap. And now he's all high, real high because of the way he had his stance. I think that's the reason he's so high. And so he's going to get kicked out of there and open up this gap a little bit more. So with him not being where he need to be, and 96 is high, he's going to get knocked out by the center. It's going to open up this gap, and the back going to hit this, and that's how they got the 75-yard touchdown. As you see, this linebacker is responsible for this B guy. He blitzing this B guy. He coming around. It's a stunt game. They stun to the right. Linebacker right here is coming to this B. Two A gaps should be taken care of, okay? This guy stunted outside. He down blocked to come get him, so he shuffled inside with his eyes on the quarterback just in case the quarterback keep the ball. And that's how this play got out. So if he would be here, penetrating here, they got no play. Because look, if he penetrate here, he's stunted outside. Now he's shuffling back inside. He's coming meeting this guy right here. The running back has nothing outside here. He has nothing outside here. Okay? And that's what happened on this play. That's how this play got out. You got to stunt to the proper gaps. And that's how they got out on this. So the sign of a good defense is to be able, for something like this happen on the first play of the game. He ran for 75 yards the first play of the game. The rest of the game, he only had 15 yards on 8 carries. He had 15 yards on 8 carries the rest of the game. And that's the sign of a good defense, to be able to bounce back and know that that was a fluke. Let's fix this. Let's get ourselves right up front. Let's get to our gaps. Let's shut this down. Let's start playing bulldog defense. That's what they did. So I'm going to show you guys another situation that happened to us when I was with the Eagles. The same type situation. You got to get your alignments right, and you got to get to your gaps. If you don't get to your gaps, big runs happen. Alignments are everything when you're talking about running stunts. Alignments and knowing where you got to go and where you fit after you take your stunt step is very, very important when you running games and running stunts and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you guys another play that'll follow this play right after I run this again. Right here, St. Nate just got to be in this gap. Up the field, penetrate, everything else is set. Everything is set. It happens, guys. It happens. This is the first play of the game. It happens. Now regroup, get yourself together, and let's go fix this. Let's go win this game.
He's back. Adrian Peterson is going to help him. Look at the 33-year-old Adrian Peterson. A 90-yard touchdown. And with that comes history for AD all day.
Okay, this play happened when I was coaching with the Eagles in 2018. It was early in the game. I think we was winning this game 7-3, but it was early in the game. And Adrian Peterson ran 90 yards on us. And we was a good run defense this year. We never gave up a whole lot of yards running the ball. We're a good run defense. Alignments mean everything, especially when you're moving and stunning to gaps. Okay, right here, we got our 4-man front. 4-man front up here. We're running what we call a pirate stunt. It's a pirate stunt where we're going to take this tackle. He's going to stunt to this A gap. And this DN right here is going to stunt to this B gap. Okay? Okay? He's going to knock it back. He's a 2-eye technique, knocking this back. If pass show, he would wrap. But right here, pass is a run all the way. So no pass. Okay? And he's fine out here. So basically what happened is, if you look at our alignments right here, look at our alignments on this play, 2 wide. He need to be tighter here. Get to a winning alignment so you can get up the field. Stunt and get up the field. Okay? Same thing here. 2 wide. Way too wide. We even got a wing right here. Get to the tip of the shoulder of these guys. Put that foot, I don't care if you have to put that foot inside this foot, down the middle, whatever you got to do, that inside foot. Make sure you can stunt and get it up the field. Stunt and get it up the field. Now, when I run this, you're going to see that we're 2 wide. We ended up being sideways, and we never got across the face of this tackle right here, this offensive tackle. We never got across the face. Adrian takes this ball. He hit right up in this gap right here, made a cut, 1 cut, and he's out the gate. Let's run it, and I'll point out some things as we go through it. Okay, right here. See how we already turned sideways? We ain't stepping square. We 2 wide. We got to get all the way to this gap, and we 2 wide right here, right? Right here, we 2 wide. He already got the advantage on us because we 2 wide. We got to be able to stunt and get this up the field. Stunt and get this up the field. That's why winning alignments are important, guys. Winning alignments are important. And so, basically, what happened on this is the fact that we didn't get cross face right here. He got us cut off right here because we didn't line up tight enough. He cut us off right here, and he's able to go get somebody else. And the tight end's involved right here. Okay? Right here, we end up so down the line sideways, we couldn't get it up the field and penetrate. But it's more of what the DN didn't get cross face. He is a cross face. He is a cross face, so he's fine because he got cross face. But we can get him across face. This DN across face right here. We're in a good situation. But right here, we don't make it. We won't make it. And now it slows us down. He bumps us. He goes to the next guy. You got a block on everybody right here. And now Adrian can run. And anytime if your alignments are not right in the run game, especially when you're stunting, it's bad news. Y'all hear me talk about alignments all the time. Get to a winning alignment when you're running stunts so you can get to where you got to go. Because it's more important to get to where you got to go than to sit here and look pretty in your stance and where you line up at. It's more important to get to the spot or get to where you got to go. Okay? You don't get no kudos or no points for being too wide because you're never going to make it. Because on their first step, look right here. We're crossing over right here already. We should be stepping with the inside leg and up the field. Stepping with the inside leg and up the field. And the only way we can accomplish that is to line up tight enough that we can get to where we got to go so we can go get this play stopped. Okay, let's talk about it. He ran for 90 yards on this play. He actually broke a record. This was his 106th touchdown on his career. He broke a record right here. Okay? The rest of the game, he finished with 98 yards on the game. That means the rest of the game, he ran for 8 yards. He ran for 8 yards. The rest of the game, he had 9 carries. And I think this was his first carry right here. So good defense can regroup and make up for something like this. And that's what Georgia did today. That's what we did in this game. And that's what you got to do. Good defense can do that because you can go over and figure out what happened, what went wrong, and you can fix it. Now, we ended up winning this game 28-13. 28-13. And Georgia ended up winning today 38-10. So good defenses bounce back. We don't sit there and sweat it. Even when this play happened today, I was like, Georgia going to be okay. Georgia going to be just fine. We playing Tennessee. I mean, stuff like this happen all the time. We just got to regroup and everything going to be okay. I don't think nobody panicked. I don't think Kirby panicked. I don't think nobody on the Georgia staff panicked. They knew it was going to be okay. Because stuff like that happen all the time where you take stunt steps, you don't fit where you should fit, and then the big run get out on you. And this same thing that happened to us. And I remember this play. So when I saw Georgia play today, I was like, we're going to be fine. We're going to be just fine. Good win for the Dogs today. I hope they continue to do their thing. I think they got one more game left, and then we go to the SEC championship game, handle business. Probably going to be Alabama. It's going to be Alabama. So good luck to the Dogs the rest of the way. I hope this video helps some of you guys understand what happened. Football, sometimes, things happen, man. If you don't align properly and you don't stunt the way you got to go and be in your fit, things happen. And Kirby even said it today that they didn't fit that up right. And I knew exactly what he was saying. But they regrouped, got themselves together, and they won the football game. That's all that matters. You win the football game. One thing about it, though, you don't want this to happen because you don't want to give up the big yards on the run game. But if you're a good defense, you can minimize the rest of the game and still come out on top in the run game. So the key to winning games is to be able to run the football and be able to stop the run on defense. That's key to winning. In both cases, Georgia was able to do that for the rest of the game, and we also were able to do that for the rest of the game, and that's why we came out victorious in both games. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, guys, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, guys. I know a lot of you dog fans out there, this kind of content I do, guys. I kind of bring stuff to you guys all the time. Please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on, what you think about the videos. And until next time, guys, Club 93 is officially closed.